Why is nobody talking about the fact that being a recognizable agent is completely different from being a referable one? Most realtors believe visibility builds trust, but in reality, being seen without being felt is just creating noise. And let's be honest, the world is already plenty noisy. In this video, we are breaking down that psychological shift you need to make to stop being just another loud realtor and start being a trusted community leader. You'll learn why your current marketing might be working against you, how to pivot your branding to address the consumer's fear instead of talking about your own success, and the specific behaviors that prove you are someone worth a client's personal reputation. I'm Leigh Brown. I've been a realtor for over 26 years. I've sold over 4,000 homes, and I've worked with and spoken to thousands of real estate agents across the globe for decades. The biggest problem right now is that most real estate agents think trust is a simple math equation. Visibility plus recognition equals trust. But that's wrong. Visibility without emotional connection is just more noise. Think of it like this. Marketing for visibility is like a stranger at a party shouting their resume through a megaphone. Or it's the real estate agent who walks into a crowded party, stands on a chair, and says, "I'm having an open house." Either way, you would definitely be seen and heard. Of course, a megaphone is loud, and you definitely notice someone screaming down your ear canals, but you'd never ever dream of pulling them aside to ask for help on something personal. You'd never want to talk to the person standing on a chair except to ask them to get down. That's because in both scenarios, they're generating noise. The solution is to understand that trust is built when things wobble. Stop showing that perfect highlight reel. Start acknowledging the fear, the discomfort, and frankly, the uncertainty of the market. When you show up in messy moments, you aren't just seen, you're felt. If you're struggling to make this emotional connection with your community, just click the first link in the description to book a call. Now, once you stop making noise and start making real connections, you have to look at your branding, because most real estate branding is actually pushing people away. Most real estate branding is entirely self-focused. It's designed to answer the need to look successful. The top producer badges, the sold signs, the awards, but very little about the consumer's need to feel protected and safeguarded in a very complex transaction. Now, I'm not saying self-focused branding is entirely wrong, but the issue with it is that self-focused branding is like a lifeguard who spends the whole time polishing their whistle and showing off their tan instead of watching the water and the swimmers. Your clients don't care how shiny the whistle is. They want to know if you're willing to jump in when they start to sink. Now, to solve this, you have to stop centering your marketing on your hustle. Start answering the real question people are asking. Are you going to take care of me when this gets uncomfortable? Show the reality of the process, not just the results. If you want more tips on how to pivot your branding to be more client-focused, make sure you join my email list using the link below. But even if your branding is perfect, there's still one massive hurdle. Do you know the difference between being known and being referable? Many agents confuse being recognizable with being referable. They think that because everyone knows their name, everyone will send them business. But a referral isn't a like on a social media profile or a photo. It's a personal risk. Being recognizable versus being referable is the difference between a catchy commercial jingle and the person you trust to watch your kids. You might hum the jingle all day long, but you aren't trusting it with the things that matter most. You might not even buy the brand whose catchy jingle you're singing. Realizing that when someone gives you a referral, they are attaching their reputation to yours is the most important solution to this. To become truly referable, you have to demonstrate reliability and steadiness. It's not about being the loudest in the room, it's about being the most honest and the most consistent. Now, if you're doing the work to be referable, why are you still hiding your true self from your community? It's most likely because you, like many other agents, avoid vulnerability because it feels risky. You choose safety by blending in and sounding like every other real estate agent, but blending in is actually the riskiest thing you can do for your business. Blending in and avoiding vulnerability is the same as wearing camouflage in the forest. It's popular to wear camouflage in a crowded room, but everyone's wearing it right now. You're safe in that way because no one judges you. They might not even see your flaws, but what it means is that when someone is looking for a leader to guide them through a move, they can't find you because you've blended in with everyone else. You have to accept that earning referrals requires risk. You have to be willing to be clear instead of clever and steady instead of loud. Be honest about the uncomfortable parts of this job. When you stop protecting your ego and start being real, this is when you actually start protecting your clients. Now, what if I told you that you aren't actually missing a marketing tactic, but a specific set of behaviors that create trust over time? The final problem here is that agents believe they are missing a specific tool set or a tactic or some secret lead generation product. In reality, you aren't missing a tool, you're missing the consistent behaviors that create trust. By the way, those behaviors make the tools work. Adopt the behaviors of highly trusted agents like me. This means predictability. Have a steady presence. Translation: explain the complex real estate world without making your clients feel small. Boundaries: having the guts to say no to a bad client or a bad deal. And ownership: take the hit when things go wrong. Trust compounds slowly, but once it builds, it is more powerful than any ad you could ever buy. All right, that's it for now. Take the time to implement all that you've learned today and watch out for the next video.